So let's do a recap before we get into it. So a recap of what happened last time in the adventure for those that missed it, which is pretty much everyone. Drumstick's character John, which we never went into this. Does John have a last name? Does your character have a last name?
No.
Well, we should, I don't know, come up with something quick. So, like, when people want to call him, like, Mr., you can't call him Mr. John,
Should I update my character sheet?
Yeah, just, like, go type it in on the character sheet.
Generic English name.
Yeah, there you go. John Williams. So, okay, last time, Drumstick's character, John Williams, he started work at the Micro Digitech office as a computer guy, and he had quite an adventure in time and space where he was trapped in the empty room. And it went better than it could have, but not as well as I expected. But either way, it was fun times. And how it concluded was that John basically started a fire in the basement of his office to get out of his situation. And in doing so, there might be some fallout from that. There might be some consequences, seen or unforeseen. So let's get into it. All right.
Yes,
so
I want to change my last name to Anderson, Mr. Anderson.
All right. Okay, Mr. Anderson. All right. So there we go. Just a little just retconning there. We'll say it's just time and space stuff. Time and space. All right. So let's see. I got my notes here and just get things going. Okay. I'm just trying to keep like a rough track of when and where we are. Okay. So. All right. So we'll start the adventure off. We'll just get into it. You are, this is a few days later. Okay. Like your character has had just a few days, maybe like 3 days, let's say. It's 3 days after the last adventure. Your character has had some time to sort of come to terms with that, with what happened, because maybe he's a little bit shaken up, maybe a little bit panicked and not trusting reality anymore. But yeah, you've had some time to cool it off of that. And you stole about $400 during your adventure last time. So, you stole more than that, but again, it's been 3 days, so we'll say you're down to $400 now, because you've been eating, sleeping, having coffee, all that good stuff.
Lots of coffee.
All right. So, so right now, it's morning. Well, it's about, like, let's say 12 o'clock. It's noon. Because your character, remember, you walked away from your boss. You didn't try to save your job at the end of the adventure. So you're unemployed right now. You just woke up at around 12 o'clock noon. So,
of course.
Living it up. And so you are in your apartment, and you're just getting out of bed. You got maybe a little bit of a headache. You've been not sleeping so well. Maybe having some nightmares about the empty room, but yeah, like you're not doing great, but here you are, you're in your apartment and you have absolutely nowhere to be and nothing to do. So how do you want to start your day?
As every day, I make coffee. I take a shower this time.
All right, well, you take your shower and you have your coffee. We'll give that the average morning routine. We'll say it takes you about a half hour to do that. So it's around 12:30. And real quick, as for items, I just made a little update on your character sheet before we started. So I made a note here. You have, like, on you right now, you've got your wristwatch borrowed from Steve. You've got your wallet, which is empty, and you have your apartment key. So any other items you want to add or leave behind, now's the time to kind of collect yourself and choose what you want to take with you on your day.
I guess I'll take a lighter with me.
Okay. That's just like any household items you just kind of have on you. So let me get all this set up. Make notes on the sheet. So let's see, we'll take lighter. And let's see, got the. Oh, there we go. So the wallet, apartment key, and where'd the lighter? I made a note. Oh, hold on. Let me add a new item. Fantasy Grounds just it's a little weird sometimes. So okay, wallet, lighter, apartment key. There we go. Okay, everything's there. So anything else before you start your day? Anything you want to do?
No.
Like, well, here's the thing. In your apartment, you've got your bed, you've got your couch, you have a TV, and you have a radio. Don't know if you want to check those or not, but that's what you've got on you.
Yeah, I could check the news.
Okay, it's a good call. So you settle down, and I've got some notes here on your apartment too. So you settle down on your couch. It's like a kind of a busted up, patchy couch. It's like got some springs that you can feel when you're sitting down on them. It's not that comfortable, but it'll do. And you turn on your little TV. You don't have a remote or anything. It's a real old TV with just the knobs. So it's gonna take you a minute to do some channel surfing. Adjust the rabbit ears. But you find a channel, and it's the news. It's mostly boring news today, although there is a little bit of a news. There's a little segment about a mysterious fire at the Micro Digitech office. Apparently, it was caused by some kind of gas leak in the basement. It was a freak
Oh,
accident.
really?
Indeed. That's the main news. Do you want to go through some of the additional news, or is that all for you for now?
I guess that's all.
Okay. Well, you flip the TV off. There was another story about to play, but about some I don't know, some kind of violence going on downtown. But yeah, just forget all that. You flip the TV off. Okay. So now it's up to you as to what you want to do with your day. It's about 1 o'clock now, we'll say.
I guess I go out and drink alcohol.
All right. Well, so you want to? Well, okay. You want to go out, but hold on. Let me just do a little quick thing here. I'm gonna do a secret dice roll off the thing there, so people can see my dice there. But I'm not gonna roll it on the board. Okay. All right. Well, you're about to go to the door and leave, but right as you're about to go there,
Uh-oh.
there's a knocking on your door, a very strong, brisk knock on your door. So what do you want to do about that?
I don't know. Answer the door.
All right. Good call on that one. So yeah, although you had like a little peephole, you could have like looked out first, but too late now. So you just open your door. No idea who it is, but you open your door, and oh, it's a police officer. Surprise. And yeah, so the police officer he's got the uniform of the local Ashfield Police Department, just a blue uniform, plain blue uniform, and so he's got some questions for you. He wants a moment of your time to ask you some questions, and possibly come down to the station as well. So what do you want to? How do you want to respond there?
I didn't steal the wristwatch.
Well, see, you don't know what he's there about, so.
Yeah, I want to ask what does he want from me?
Okay, well, the police officer, he's very vague here. But he says, listen, we just we had a few questions about an incident a few days ago. It might have been around your office building. We just wanted a moment of your time. If you'll just step out of your apartment here and follow me, we'll finish this questioning down at the station. That's all right. So, what do you want to do?
I think I follow him.
Okay, all right. No resisting arrest or anything. Okay. Well, you follow him down out of your apartment building. There's another police officer in the police car, sitting in the front, and so the police officer, he opens up the back door of the car, and motions for you to get into the back seat of the car. So you
I
just hop in.
start running away.
You want to play it like that? You want to?
Yes.
Okay then. All right. Let me get ready for some dice rolls here. Hold on. Give me a second to prepare this because you've just initiated an encounter. Okay. Let me get all this ready. Okay. Let's see. And this thing has a really fun tracker for initiative. I never get to use it, so let's bust that out. And let me put your character on here. A little bit of setup, not too much though. Okay, I'm just gonna put. Let's see. I'm gonna add that. Just add your character to it, and let me add the antagonist. Let's see. It's got just a template for this, so it's not gonna, like, if you were to check it, it'd say something a little weird. That's okay. There we go. All right. So I want you to go ahead. Well, first thing you got to do for this encounter is you need to roll initiative. So for you, you have an initiative mod of 4. All you do is roll 1 10-sided dice. Okay, yes. So you got an 8. So plus the 4, that is 12. So your initiative is 12. And I'm just going to roll the police officers. I'm going to roll their initiative all at once with 1 dice. They got a 9. Oh. And let's see, what's their speed? I have to check their initiative mod. Oh, they have a higher initiative mod too. So yeah, they go first. In both of them, they go first in the order. And okay. So they get basically their action is going to come before yours. So you want to run, but they're kind of already on to you. And remember, like, the other officer is standing right next to you. So let me just pop the sheet out again. Hold on. Okay, so the officer, his first action before you is he's going to attempt to grapple you. He's going to attempt to restrain you because, again, you are standing right next to him, and he can tell you're about to run. Like, he can tell you're about to book it. So,
God damn it.
All right, so let's see. Let me get his strength and everything. Let me get his skills here. All right. Okay. So he's gonna roll. He's got 5. So let me get dice pool 5. Oh wow, 0 successes. So yeah. The officer, like, he attempts to grab you. He because he knows you're gonna run, and he fumbles. Like, you kind of struggle and fumble for a little while, but you eventually break free. Now the other officer, because remember, he gets his initiative first as well. At the same time, the other officer, he's just going straight for his gun. He's readying it. He's not gonna shoot you yet, but he's got it ready. And he's got it trained on you. So this turn, he's going to be aiming, which means he gets a bonus to his accuracy. But he's not shooting yet. Now it's your turn. So you can decide what you want to do.
I still want to run, but I want to use willpower.
All right. And also, you have a bonus for running, which is automatically, I've already automatically applied it to your character. So you have good speed. So let me just go ahead and get this ready. Okay, so your speed is 10, and when it comes to running, you don't actually have to, like, willpower doesn't really do anything for running away. But what you can do, okay, here's the rules. So on any turn, you can take an action and move. So you can move and take an action, or you can just move. So I'm guessing you want to just move, right? To, like, double it up.
How about my stealth ability to blend in?
Well, that'll come into play next, because first off, you have to get away from them. Like before you can blend in, you kind of need to lose them a little bit, you know.
Yeah, okay.
So okay, all right, you're just gonna run. So
Yes,
all right,
like a
so
coward.
all right. Well, you have 10 speed, and when you're running, that doubles it. So you're running with a speed of 20. So you can really you can really get out of there. So you just immediately start running, and you're making very good progress on that because you've broken away from the officer that was trying to grab you, and you're just fucking running now, just running down the sidewalk as desperate and fast as you can. All right, now with you doing that, okay, so now the police officers, they get their turn again,
Oh,
and
wait a sec. How about the Merritt's fleet
the
of
fleet of
foot?
foot. Oh, I told you that's automatic. I've automatically
Oh,
added
okay,
it to your speed. It's like a
okay,
passive bonus, basically.
okay.
All right, so yeah, you're running away. And that's the officer's turn, and the officers. Okay, the one that was grabbing you. So he's for just shaking his head, and he starts running after you as well. Okay, like he's gonna start running right after you. And let's see, let me get his speed up here. Now he's gonna be running after you. Like the other thing he's gonna be doing is he's not gonna be running at full speed, but he's going to he's basically getting his gun out and he's training it on you. So he's aiming again, +1 bonus to his accuracy if he decides to shoot. And
Okay.
his speed is only 11, so he is he's not going to catch up to you, but he's yelling, like he's just kind of like hobbling, running along, grabbing his gun out, aiming it, and he's saying, "Stop, freeze, freeze!" Like he really wants you to stop. And the other officer, like again, he's gonna spend another turn. Well, he's gonna stay by the car. That's what he's gonna do, in case he has to, get in there and chase after you. But yeah, he's staying by the car while you're still in sight, and he's aiming again. They're not shooting just yet, but I think if you keep running, they're probably gonna start shooting. And he's gonna aim again. So he's got +2 on his accuracy now. So they're just
Okay.
aiming and telling you to stop running now while you still have the chance. And now it rolls back around to you. You have 2 police officers with their guns trained on you. What do you want to do about this? Where do you go from here?
Since I'm running away and getting distant to the police officers, wouldn't their accuracy be kind of low?
Well, it is going to go. See, that's the thing. The further you go, it is going to go down, but they get the aiming bonus. So the aiming bonus is kind of offsetting that. It's a rule in the game that you can take your turn to aim to boost your accuracy.
I think I will continue to run
Right.
and
Well, something
or
to think about is you are in the middle of a city. There's alleyways. There's you might not want to just right now you're just running, you're running straight down the street. You might want to run somewhere.
Yes, I want to run it in an alleyway.
Okay, well, again, your speed is good, and you're running with full sprint. So, okay, you take the time to. Well, okay, here's I'll ask this: do you want to continue running at full speed, or do you want to split your turn up to you can use your movement action to go into an alley and then maybe check the alley as well, or do you just want to try to get as much distance as possible?
I'm trying to get as much distance as possible.
Okay, so again, you're running at speed of 20, so you're quite fast, and you duck. You see an alleyway as you're running, and you duck and weave right on into it, right past some garbage, which I'm gonna real quick there's garbage piled up in the alleyway, and I'm just gonna ask. Give me a quick composure plus wits, which is for you that's 4. So give me a roll of 4. Okay, you did good. So yeah, you duck down the alleyway. There's garbage everywhere, and you almost trip over one, but you see it. You notice it just in time, and you hop over it, and keep on running down that alleyway. All right. So
Where? Hopping
like
over what?
there was some garbage, like there was trash bags all over the place,
Okay,
and
okay.
you hop over it. So you're just still running at a very good pace. Like if you'd messed that roll up, you would have tripped, and then you would have been fucked. But you're good. You're good still. So okay. Now the officers, they're running at half your speed basically. So they're still the police officer who was by the car. He's now getting into his car, and he's his turn is going to be spent basically getting back in the car, getting it started, and he's going to be swinging the car around, and he's going to chase you. He's going to pursue in the vehicle. And the other officer, since you've kind of ducked out of his sight, he has to put his piece away now, and he has to run after you at full speed. So his speed, okay, like when he moves at full speed, he's actually fast enough to start catching up to you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so he's put his gun away though, so no bonus on that. His accuracy bonus, that's gone. All right. So now, okay, now at this point, the officer he's catching up to you. He's at the entrance of the alleyway. He's swinging around it, and now we have to do a quick roll here. So you can do an action in response to this because you have time. So do you want to try to hide? Do you want to try to keep running? Maybe try to get into a building. Like think of something you can do here.
I guess I run in a building.
Okay. Well, let's see. In this alleyway, there's you're in an alleyway between several different buildings, and basically you see one door. Okay, like there's one door that leads into, you don't even know what building it is, but you see a door and you're gonna try that door. So okay, let me just do a roll on my end. Yeah, the chat's got things to say. That's why I love having it. All right, let me do a little silent roll here. Okay. So okay, the door. You come across the door, and it's unfortunately locked.
Oh.
So okay, now in your turn, this is basically happening like right before the police officer is gonna come up on you. So what do you want to do? Do you want to try to bash it down, or because that was kind of your movement turn there, was getting to the door and trying to open it. So you have an action still. So what do you want to try to act?
What is necessary in order to push down the door?
You can try to bash the door down. You don't have any lock-picking tools or anything on you, so bashing the door down is really all you can hope to do there. Or you could also still try to hide, I guess. You've already used your movement action, so you can't try to run again this turn. But you got to do something.
Let's try to hide.
Okay, all right. Well, let's see. There's some trash. Again, there's trash bags everywhere. So let's see if you can blend in. Hold on. Let me check your skills here.
Blend in with the trash.
Well, hey, look, you do under stealth blend in. You've got blend in. So let's see. We'll go with all right. You're trying to blend in. Let's go with dexterity because this is wits. This would be wits. Yeah. Okay, well, let me think. Wits or dex? No, wits is for crowds. Dexterity. Okay, let's go with dexterity. So 2 dexterity plus your stealth skill plus that blend in bonus. So for you, that is 4. You have a 4 dice roll. Okay.
Invisible.
All right. Well, you see a pile of garbage bags. Like there's the whole thing is littered with trash cans, garbage, just shit everywhere. So you take some of this smelly, disgusting garbage, and you quickly kind of duck down in the corner, and you pile the garbage up on top of yourself. It smells disgusting, absolutely filthy. But you're doing it, and the officer, he's right at this point. He's finally making it right to the alleyway, and so this is all happening at once. And he's looking around, and now the officer is slowly kind of he's walking up through the alleyway, and he's looking around, wondering, where'd he go? Where'd that guy go? And so now let me do a little roll for him. Okay, let's see what's his. Yeah, he needs to use his wits and composure to try to detect you, basically. All right, so let's see. 2, 4. All right, so I'm gonna do a roll of 4.
Uh-oh.
Oh, now hold on. This doesn't necessarily mean you've been had. So, okay. The officer looks around and he sees the garbage that you're hiding under. Now he's kind of like the officer's looking around, just kind of pulling at the garbage bags, and he's making his way over to you eventually, and he looks at the pile of garbage with you under it. Now this pile of garbage smells absolutely filthy. Okay, like it's disgusting, completely disgusting, and he doesn't really even want to touch it because it's just so foul. So now let me go ahead and do one more. You have one more chance to see if he if he decides. Does he decide to do it or not? Does he go for it? Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
So
I'm fucked.
So yeah, the officer, and okay, like by this point, because we've been using like 2 turns, the other police officer has pulled up in his vehicle by the entrance to the alleyway, the other entrance of the alleyway. So you're kind of blocked in at this point, and the police officer, he's got his gun out, and he's with one hand, and he's throwing back the trash with the other, and then he finally sees you, and he just stands there with his both hands on his gun. He says, "Yeah, get out of there. I see you. Get up." All right. So what do you want to do now?
Flip him off. Well, right. I guess I have to do what he says.
All right. Well, yeah, you are kind of at gunpoint at this point. So okay, if you're gonna go along peacefully, you're now going along peacefully. Then, so do you surrender?
Yes, I surrender.
Okay, so yeah, he basically the police officer he grabs you by the collar of your shirt and pulls you up, and he very quickly, the other officer's coming over now, and they're kind of angry that you made them run, you made them sweat. So So one of them, the one that's grabbed you, he's gonna slap some handcuffs on you, and you're not resisting, so he does it, and they start taking you back to the police car. So yeah, they stuff your ass in the police car in the back, and they hop in, shut the doors, and they start driving. And
game over.
No. See, if this was a video game, that would be game over. But no, there's more to this story here. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna say that whole police that little goose chase that you sent him on, that'll take about an hour. We'll say in total, all of this nonsense, about an hour went by. It's like 2 o'clock. All right, so as yeah, I love it. The chat's like, no Miranda rights. Okay. Now I'm gonna make you do another roll as you're sitting in the back of the police car. And
okay.
Real quick, let me clear out just clearing out the combat tracker. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and give me a wits composure 4. All right. So yeah, as you're sitting in the back of the car and you're kind of riding along. Now they're just driving. The 2 police officers, they're kind of silent, and they haven't really said a whole lot this whole time. And maybe you notice that they're usually they'd have like their police radio going. Well, that seems to be shut off, so they're not listening to any orders. And maybe this seems a little bit suspicious. What's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
So okay, they're driving you. Do you want to try to talk? You want to talk back, or you want to stay silent? How do you want to handle this?
I want to see the officer's badge.
Okay, well, you can certainly try. So I want you to go ahead and give me a how about a manipulation plus you don't have persuasion. I guess you want to try to intimidate since you don't
Of
have
course.
okay. All right then. So give me a dice roll of 4. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, you sit there in the back of the car, and you're like, "I want to see your badge. Yeah, this isn't
you
right."
meanie!
Yeah, like you're making a fuss back there, trying to intimidate them, but they're just kind of looking at each other. They just glance back at you, and they don't really say a word. Uh, Maybe one of them just kind of beats on the little cage at the back of the car and say to be quiet back there. So that's how the ride goes for you. And after a while, like they kind of so what they do is they drive you around, and they even sometimes they even park and just sit there, and time goes by. It seems very odd that you would think you'd be at the police station right about now, but no, they're just sort of like just sitting around and waiting and driving around aimlessly, and you wonder what's up. But the sun starts setting, and eventually the sun eventually goes down, and then one of the officers says to the other, "Yeah, it's about time. Let's go ahead and do this." And so they drive very purposefully now to like an empty lot. It's just like an empty lot between some office buildings and maybe a restaurant. Um, and they get out, and one of them comes over to the car to your side of the car and opens the door and says, "Yeah, get out." That's all they say. So, you want to still comply?
Nah.
So you wanna try to resist arrest again?
Yes.
All right. Well, you're handcuffed, so that's gonna give you a bit of a penalty. But I will say this. So since you're trying to resist, you're maybe trying to maybe break away from them. Uh, okay. How about this? They're gonna try to grapple you. All right. They're gonna do a grapple.
That worked so well last time.
I'm surprised you managed to break it last time. So let's see. We'll do strength. All right, there's strength and brawl. That's 4. And this time they're determined. So I'm just gonna mark 1 point of willpower. They have willpower too.
Oh
So
no.
yeah. So okay, they're gonna grapple you with a strength of 7. So let's just
7.
throw their
Oh
dice
shit.
down. All right. Well, they got a success. So yeah, they grapple and because you're trying to resist and break away. They manage to keep you grappled, and the police officer gets a hold on you, and he kind of like maybe even does a little chokehold to calm you down, and
How calming.
so yeah, he just kind of grabs you, and he's very tightly kind of making sure you don't get away, and they start walking you over to the building. It looks kind of like an abandoned office building actually, because there's no one around. And they go ahead and open the door and go inside, and surprisingly there is electricity in there, but there's just a table. Like, they take you to a room in this building, and there's a table and 2 chairs, and they go ahead and they set you down at the table, and they take the other one. You're already handcuffed, but the other one pulls out their handcuffs, and they kind of double handcuff you to the chair as well. So you're very tightly kind of bound up to the chair.
Mhm.
And then the 2 officers, they just kind of nod to each other, and they step outside the room, and so you're alone here for a second. And let me just I'm pulling up some notes here. Although you're free to look around, or I mean you're kind of chained up, but you're free to look around.
I try to get my lighter.
Well, that would be somewhat difficult since you're handcuffed and everything, and handcuffed to the chair as well. So your movement is very restricted. You can try your hand at getting to the lighter. Maybe like I don't know, rock around in the chair and wiggle your way around. I'll let you attempt to go for it, but you're gonna get 1 dice for this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be such a penalty. 1 dice.
Yeah.
Well, that was a very lucky roll there. Okay then. So yeah, you wiggle around and you actually manage to kind of like to wiggle enough that your lighter falls out of your pocket, and you just kind of wiggle your fingers over there, and you get to the lighter, and you've got the lighter in hand. Awesome. Although it doesn't help out much, but you've got it in your hand. That's great.
Let's start a fire.
Well, the only thing you can set on fire is the chair that you're, currently handcuffed to. That's the problem. And also, let me get something up in my notes here real quick. While you're doing that, I'm doing other things. So let's see. Okay, I got this up. All right. So, okay, do you really want to go ahead and try to set your own chair on fire?
With what am I handcuffed with?
Well, you're handcuffed with they're like steel handcuffs. You're not breaking out
damn
of them or anything like that. No, it's not rope. It's proper steel handcuffs.
Okay, fine. Let's burn the chair.
Okay then. Well, let's go ahead and see how well that works out for you. So okay, like oh man. Let's see. How about let's see your strength and your weapons. Okay, only a 1. You have 1 dice again. So let's see how that works out. Let's see
Come
how
on. Damn it.
No, okay. So yeah, you kind of fidget around with the lighter, trying to. I'm not sure what your plan is, but you seem to have one, and you're flicking the lighter and you're trying, but your hands are so awkwardly bound that you kind of it doesn't quite work out well, and you drop the lighter. You drop it and it kind of falls down to the floor.
Oh, that sounds more like a critical failure.
Well, it's again, that was a chance roll there, and wasn't going too well. Wasn't going too well for you.
Okay.
But either way, it's at this point in time. All right, it's at this point in time that you hear some footsteps, and a man kind of steps out from the shadows in the room, and since you didn't look around, you're not too sure if he's been standing there the whole time or not. You don't know if he's been watching you or not, but yeah, like he just kind of like he steps out and he's just kind of clapping his hands like good show.
You must think I'm a fucking moron trying to lift my own chair.
Indeed he does. So all right, this man here, he's so yeah, he's an average height man. He looks maybe he appears to be younger than you slightly. He's got some some slicked back hair, and he's very pale, like very no facial hair, but he's very very pale. And it kind of has it makes you very uncomfortable just looking at him. And so he kind of walks up, and he doesn't sit down, but he just kind of stands there right next to you, looking at you. And he says, all right, so he says, so, do you know why you're here?
I remain silent.
Okay, then. Well, he just kind of keeps staring, and he paces over to the other side of the table, and he takes it upon himself to kind of inform you and say that there was an incident at one of our subsidiary offices, Micro Digitech, I believe. There was a nasty fire that happened over there, and I think you might know something about that.
I remain silent.
Playing the badass, huh? All right. So, okay, he's just kind of looking at you, and he says, "Yeah, I think you do know a little bit something about that, and yeah, that was quite an expensive piece of property that you destroyed there. That was quite valuable, and for more reasons than one, which I think you might know something about." And he gets closer. He's stepping up closer to you now, and again, you're feeling rather uncomfortable because this guy, he seems very cold, like unusually so. And I don't just mean like cold personality, but like he seems cold, like actual, like to the touch.
Okay.
All right, well, if you're just gonna be quiet, then he's gonna go ahead and do a little something. Now he's got a pretty good roll for this, so let me try this. Yep. Okay then. So yeah, he kind of looks you straight in the eyes. All right, and he very plainly tells you, "I want to know everything that you saw down in that basement. You're gonna tell me right now." And so as he says these words, you feel kind of entranced, like maybe it would be a very good idea to do what he says. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask for a composure wits roll to kind of resist his influence. So it's 4.
God damn
Okay.
it.
All right. Well, and also do remember you have, just remember the willpower. But okay, so you failed that one. So yeah, you go ahead and you tell him, you basically tell him everything, and you're not even sure why you're telling him.
No!
Yeah, you're not even sure why you're talking, or why you're telling him this, because you really didn't want to tell him. But you go ahead and you tell him about the empty room and all the strange things that happened in there, like the whispers and all the the writing and the things with Jacob. You tell him everything. You spare no details whatsoever, and you even go so far as to tell him, like, about all the money you stole and about
No!
the wristwatch. Like, you just start talking, and you just won't stop talking, and eventually he just kind of puts his hand up and says that yeah, that's enough, that's enough. So
Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
at this point, yeah, he kind of he just stands up and he's like, he's pacing around thinking on it, and he he walks over to the door, and it's like checking, the other 2 officers. They're just standing right outside the door. He whispers something to one of the officers, and they just kind of nod and walk off. And then he comes back over to the table with you, and he just asks you he just asks you this time, and he says, so what do you think happened, Mr. Anderson? What do you think happened?
Mr. Anderson.
Yeah.
I remain silent.
All right. Well, that's how you want to play it. Well, he, since he knows everything now, he goes ahead and let me get another roll from him. Okay. So yeah, he comes up to you again, and he looks you in the eyes, and very plainly and slowly says, whatever you think you might have experienced that day, you have a very overactive imagination, and you were fired from your job that day because you were caught sleeping on the job, and that whole nonsense about a room or anything like that was just you having a delightful little daydream. Just don't worry about any of that. And so now go ahead and compose your wits roll on your end. See if you can resist.
Of course.
All right. Well, you managed. So okay, he's telling you this, but for a minute it sounds like what he's saying makes sense. But you feel like maybe there's something not quite right about that. You're just you're still just sort of nodding your head, but you know in your head that this isn't right. That's not what happened. I didn't dream the whole thing. But either way, you're just kind of going along with it, I guess. So yeah, he finishes that little thing, and at this point he looks at you. He's like, he's thinking, and he goes ahead and he goes back to the police officers at the door, and he talks to them. He just whispers a little something over at them, and then he comes back to you again. And okay, so now he walks up to you, and he goes behind you. So he's walking behind you, and just he kind of reaches out, goes for the handcuffs, and you hear like a little break, and apparently he just kind of snapped the handcuffs right off of you, like no keys, no nothing, just snaps them off of you, and so your hands are free now, and he just goes ahead and he says, "Well, I believe we're done here. I think I've heard everything I need to hear, and you, of course, nothing. You haven't seen anything out of the usual lately, have you, Mr. Anderson?"
um, I guess I have.
So you're gonna play along, or
Yeah, I have seen something unusual.
well, okay. Well, no, he's asking. He's saying you haven't seen anything unusual, have you? Like everything's been normal for the past few days, right?
Not for the past 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay, so you're gonna kind of conflict his story there. Okay. Well, okay, then he's gonna go ahead and look you in the eyes again. All right.
Jedi
Yeah.
tricks.
So yeah, he's so he goes ahead and he says no, this is just we just the police had some questions for you about some minor incident a few days ago. So one of your colleagues, their watch went missing, and they had some questions about that, but it's all been cleared up now. It's all good. All of this is just standard procedure, and so you can go ahead and give me another wits and composure, or no, wait, let's do for this one actually let's do resolve and composure.
Resolve and composure.
We should do that one. So that's 5. That's actually one we should do. Wits works too, but resolve I think would work better for you here. Or not. Or not. Okay, so yeah, you just kind of nod your head and you agree, and it's just one of those days, right? And you kind of go along with it. I guess all of this must be some new kind of police procedure you haven't heard of before. So you just kind of nod your head, and he looks pleased. The man looks very pleased, and so he just goes ahead and he motions to the door and he says, "You're free to go, Mr. Anderson. That's yeah, we're done here. It was quite a productive little session here. So you're free to go now."
But first, I will grab my lighter.
Well, you've got your lighter. Yeah, you got your lighter on the floor, so it's back in your inventory.
And now I can leave this room.
Okay, okay then. So, all right, you leave the building, and at this point, it's probably like it's getting very late. It's well after dark. And the police, like, they just let you go. They let you walk out. They get back in their car and they drive off. It seems odd, but you feel oddly reassured that nothing is wrong today. So yeah, you're back out on your own now. So you can do whatever you want now.
I'm really mad that I told the guy everything.
Well, yeah, but he was oddly compelling, almost supernaturally so.
Okay, I guess I go home.
Okay then. Well, so here's the thing. You're like downtown now. It's the middle of the night. You have no car, and also you had your wallet, but you didn't take any money with you. Actually, your money was in your apartment, so you got no money, no nothing. So you're gonna have to walk home. So let me bust something out here. Some dice to roll. This will be fun. This will be fun times. Give me a second.
You did this on purpose, so I can't take the bus.
Well, you could have taken some money with you. I said you had your wallet, but it was empty. You didn't stuff any of that money you stole in there.
Where do you keep your money? Always putting out the money, put it on a table, and leave your empty
put it
wallet
like in a
around?
shoebox. Put it in a shoebox under the bed. But like, you usually don't run around with like $400 in your wallet. You don't want to get robbed.
I, I usually don't run around with an empty pocket.
Well, like, it's one of those things where it's like, I guess you should have thought to check your wallet.
No problem. I'll just casually walk home.
Okay, so let me again. I'm just getting my little. I have a fun dice roller for this one. Let me just
Uh-oh.
let me bust it out.
Suddenly, werewolf.
Well, your adventure home, it might be completely uneventful, or some
I
things might
might
happen.
die.
Okay, so let me do some rolls here. Very simple rolls. All right, it's a 7. Okay, we got something. Hold on. Let me roll another one.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a different kind of roll, but it's. I made a really fun dice roller. I want to try around with here. Okay, so let's see. I'm just calculating some things now. Give me a second.
Okay.
And one more roll. Okay. All right. This isn't going to be so bad. Okay, so you're walking your way home, and it's very dark. Again, late at night. It's fairly uneventful. It's just a usual night at around town. But as you get closer to home, and remember you live in the bad part of town. So yeah, as you get closer to your place, you see like kind of just right there on the sidewalk, right in front of you, a couple of feet, you see 2 guys standing there on the corner. They look shady, and they're kind of passing something between each other and looking around. And there's a car parked like across the street, and there's a guy just kind of looking around. So yeah, they kind of they're doing their thing, and they don't notice you just yet. You've got the advantage here. They haven't noticed you. So what do you want to do?
I better hide.
Okay then. Let's see. So for that one, let's go ahead and okay. Let's see. How are you gonna hide? You gonna just kind of like duck around the corner, I guess, or
I look for some trash.
Okay. So same as last time then. So let's see, stealth and dexterity and stealth. I guess you can use the blend in. If
Yes,
you want.
of course.
So okay, 4.
Invisible.
Right. Well, yeah, you did very, very well. So okay, like yeah, you duck around the corner, you hide amongst some trash bags, and you just kind of sit there and wait. Nobody comes after you or anything. Seems pretty quiet. Seems like nobody's noticed you. For all intents and purposes, you're good, and you're just sitting in a pile of trash. So, what do you want to do now?
I wait till they are done with their dealing.
All right. Well, I guess in order to do that, you're gonna have to to know when they're done. You're gonna have to peek out every now and then just to make sure. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, they'll get a chance to maybe spot you, maybe.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, let me go ahead and let me get their thing up. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna give them a dice pool of 4. Ooh. Oh man. A reroll. Well, you go ahead and let's see how they notice. Okay, so just okay. Lots of successes on their part. So okay. Well, they so yeah, you're just kind of sitting there for a while waiting, and you're peeking around the corner every now and then. And then one time you peek around at maybe a bad time, and they perhaps notice you. Now you're ducked back around the corner again, but you hear one of them start shouting something, and then the other one starts shouting something, and then they start shouting at each other. And go ahead and give me a wits composure roll. So 4. Okay. So yeah, like you can kind of overhear them, and they're like, apparently one of them is very paranoid because they swear they saw a guy around the corner, and he thinks this is some kind of setup, like he's being set up, and they're gonna make off with the goods, and he starts shouting louder, and uh, eventually the other guy, he pulls out a gun, and then the other one pulls out a gun, and then the guy across the street, you see him like kind of he peels off in the car, like he just gets out of there. And so it's at this point that a gunfight erupts between the two shady characters on the street, completely not involving you actually. So it's at this point. Do you want to just what do you want to do? You want to get out or get involved or?
I jump out and say hello. Of course not. I just stay in.
Okay, okay then. Okay then. Let me just do a quick roll here. Let's see. Do 2. Well, okay. Well, that's unexpected. Okay, so you kind of you just duck back around the corner and you just hear it's just loud bangs. They're having quite a shootout there right in the middle of the street, and after a minute, it goes very silent, and you just hear silence, just dead silence. So what do you want to do now?
Gonna take a peek.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a wits composure.
Of course.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
good
yeah,
peek.
you take a look around out on the street corner, and you see that both of the shady characters, they're both dead. Apparently, they managed to just kill each other right there on the street, and they're just kind of both just laying in a puddle of blood right there on the sidewalk. Just some baggies are sitting next to them. So yeah, you're in the clear. So what do you want to do now?
What about the third one?
He
The guy
I
in the
said
car.
he peeled off. He ran. Like he just got out of there the moment they started shooting.
Okay. Let's grab the drugs.
Okay. So let me go ahead and let's see. Let me just set this up for a second here. Okay, so yeah, you go over there to the bodies. There's two. They've got 2 pistols. Some you can see lots of kind of bullet casings just on the sidewalk. The blood, and of course, right there is there's a there are 2 very good, like you can get like a handful of them, just big bags full of drugs. It appears to be crack cocaine. So you just go ahead and you're gonna pick them up and put them in your pants then.
Of course, and I
All
take
right.
the weapons.
Okay. So let me add all that to your. Hold on. Let me add all that to your character sheet. So okay, let's just say you got 2 bags of crack cocaine, and
Yes.
yeah, and 2 light pistols, and no ammo. I'll say this: no ammo in them though. No ammo in them.
What?
They spent it all. They spent all their ammo. They shot it all. So yeah, but
Oh,
you got 2 light pistols and 2 bags of cocaine just in your pants. I guess the cocaine, I guess you put that in your pants, and then the 2 light pistols, you're just gonna kind of put those in the waistband of your pants. So there you go. You made good out of that.
you guys wanna play rough? Okay.
So yeah, I guess just
Let's
now
let's
hope you
not
don't
turn
get
into
arrested.
Scarface.
Well, it's your drugs and your guns. You can do whatever you want with them.
I still gonna go home.
Okay, all right. So yeah, you just kind of you look around, and well, since the streets seem pretty quiet, you just mosey your way on back home. So yeah, it's fairly uneventful for the rest of the way back to your apartment. Um, hopefully there's not going to be any repercussions from any of that. And oh, real quick, go ahead and give me a little wits composure roll. 4.
Oi.
Okay. Well, okay, like as you're kind of walking away and you're going home, you do maybe notice that like that escalated really fast. Like it seems like maybe people are on edge around here for some reason. I mean, you don't know why, but it seems a little odd because drug deals, like, you've been living here for like maybe a week or so. And drug deals and all that, they happen, but nobody's gotten shot yet. So it seems like maybe people are more hostile, more on edge lately for some reason. But that's all you get out of it, and you just go back to your apartment. And it's like it's
Okay.
after midnight now.
Okay. I wanna try to figure out what substance this is.
Well, as I said, it looks like crack cocaine, but I guess if you want to analyze it, like really, you want to really make sure, right?
Yes.
Well, since all you've really got to go on, you're basically okay. Since you don't have any like scientific tools, you're gonna have to give it the taste and smell test, of course. So let's see. Hold on a second. Okay, so to see if you can recognize it, I guess how do you want to go about doing this? How do you want to see if you can recognize the substance? How do you want to go about doing that?
Yeah, just taste it.
Okay, well, you take a little bit of cocaine, you put it on your finger, you just kind of take a little taste there, and so okay, let's see to see if you recognize it. Let's go ahead. Let's say how about you roll a wits plus wouldn't be investigation. Wits plus crafts. Crafts is the closest thing. So 4. Okay, you did good, and you even got to roll again. Nice. Okay, so you did quite well.
Already got high.
So yeah, like so you just kind of sit there for a minute, and yeah, you're getting a good taste of it. You go ahead and you maybe take another little taste of it, and yeah, you kind of you get a good feel for it, and you're sitting there. You don't feel much at first, but then you start feeling really strange, and you're kind of getting maybe a little hyperactive, and you're kind of having trouble sitting down, and you're like, yeah, I think that is crack cocaine. That is what that
is. Cool. Let's make some coffee.
Alright, well, okay, so you're still high on crack. You're just gonna make some coffee.
And
right,
also, I must smell of garbage.
Yes, you still smell filthy from all that garbage. That's that is still a thing.
Yeah, let's make coffee and then let's take not all the drugs, but let's take some cocaine. so let's get real high.
Okay, well, let's okay, for this one, I'm gonna okay, look, at this point you're gonna have to make a morality check on this, okay? It's about that time. So go ahead and roll a 7.
7 dice or 7?
7. Yeah, it's always the D10. So 7 7 D10s.
Okay.
Okay, you succeeded. So you don't have a moral crisis about that, surprisingly. So okay, yeah, you just get fucking high on cocaine and coffee. And you just kind of, because again, your apartment is pretty boring. You're just kind of freaking out on your couch right now, staring at the TV. I guess cocaine is the breakfast of champions. So you're doing this all night long basically into the morning. You do not sleep. You
okay.
Yeah.
No need to sleep. I have coffee.
All right, so let's make a little update. So we'll just say after all that partying, you've only got 1 bag of cocaine left. after all that fun time.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you're very glad you're not dead, but yeah, so it's morning now. It's a new day, and the cocaine, maybe it's starting to lose. You're finally kind of maybe coming back to reality, and you feel terrible. So go ahead and give me a wits composure roll. Okay, okay. So yeah, you well, you've come to your senses. You don't just pass out. That's great. Um, so now go ahead and okay, you're awake and you're gonna stay awake, but go ahead and give me a composure resolve roll. 5.
Okay.
Okay,
We.
so yes, you manage, you stay awake and you feel the urge to vomit, but you hold it back. You're good. You think you're okay now. You have managed to, not only are you not addicted to cocaine, but you think you made it through the night with relatively few consequences. So you're doing great.
Okay. um, can I go to sleep anyways, just in case
Well,
it
yeah, you
has
can.
bad influence?
Yeah, it's very early in the morning. It's like just daylight. So you can go ahead and go to sleep if you want. And okay, go ahead and let's do like to determine how long you're gonna sleep. Let's go ahead and give me another resolve composure. So another 5. Okay, well,
Uh-oh.
that's good. That's good. So you did good enough. So you go to sleep and you wake up around let's see. Yeah, you wake up around noon. So you get a half decent sleep. You awake feeling fairly refreshed, actually. Yeah, you're doing surprisingly good for going through all that cocaine and coffee. You're doing pretty damn good, actually. And so it's around noon again. It's the next day. Let's see. So let me do a roll real quick. So
Okay.
I got my roll to make here. Let's see. Okay, all right. Oh, yeah, a little misclick there, but all right. So nothing happens. Everything's good. What do you want to do now that it's a new day?
Taking a shower, grabbing my
Okay,
wallet, and put
and
money into it.
there you go. How much you want to take with you? Because you got about $400 still.
$50.
Okay, okay. So I'll just go ahead and put that on the character sheet. So you got 50 on you. Don't want to take it all. That's why I left it empty to start. Okay, okay then. And oh yeah, what about the guns? Because right now you still like this whole time you just kind of had the guns like strapped into your belt. What do you want to do with those?
Shoot myself.
No bullets.
Damn it. Critical win. I managed to shot myself with no bullets. I'm gonna hide the weapons under the bed. Also,
Okay.
the last bag of cocaine.
Okay, well, okay, let's see. Now you're gonna hide it around your bed. Now, okay, to see how good you do this, like how, let me see, like for okay, your ability to hide things, because well, it's gonna make a difference if somebody does come in. So let's see how smart your character is. Let's see. So how about go ahead and give me. Basically, you're gonna be thinking about a good hiding place. So how about do wits plus wits plus stealth. So 3, just 3. Okay, okay. Not overly great, but you did good. So okay, you go ahead and you stuff the drugs and the guns underneath the mattress, like between the springs and all that in the mattress, which is
Mhm.
it's a decent hiding spot for now. So there you go. And now it's just let's see, it's about. Let me get the time here, because after the shower and all that, it's about 1 o'clock again. So 1 o'clock the next day. So what do you want to do?
Get drunk.
Well, you can do that. You can go out and get drunk. Although I will say this, something to think about. Your character is currently unemployed. You have no job. Like, you might want to do something about that. I mean, I know cocaine and coffee and booze is good stuff, but you're probably going to need money at some point.
Oh, I know where this is going. Okay, let's work for the stupid guy who did Jedi mind tricks. I'm gonna search for a job.
All right. Well, just yeah, like you just kind of okay. So you're gonna try to find, I'm guessing, another computer job, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, let's go ahead and your character. Well, you do have you do get the newspaper at your apartment, so you do have the daily newspaper. Um, you can go ahead and try to look through the ads, and let's see. Okay, give me a wits composure roll. See what kind of jobs you might find.
Oh, the best
All right.
apparently.
All right. Yeah, you're doing good. All right, well, two's good. You find you thumb through the paper and you see a wanted ad for a little like a kind of an office kind of thing. It doesn't seem like anything of note. It's just sort of a desk job, some kind of data entry job. Um, you can take it if you want. You can try to try to apply for the job and see if you get it. So you want to try to do that?
I guess.
Okay, so let's say you have your money and everything, so you can you want to walk or take the bus. How do you want to get there?
Let's walk. Maybe we encounter something.
All right, you're going for that extra XP. All right, well, let me go ahead and bust my roller out again since you're taking the more dangerous route. All right, let's see what happens. Okay. And let's see, 9. And one more. All right. Well, this one's actually going pretty well in your favor. So yeah, on your way to your potential new job, you just kind of, it seems like it's a good day. Today is a really good day, and it's not just the cocaine. It's just it's a very nice sunny day. The birds are chirping. It seems happy outside, and like the only thing you see on the way there of note is there's just a bunch of kids playing a basketball game in a courtyard next to some of the housing projects, and that's about it. So you get there uneventful.
Oh, I wanted to bully the kids.
Well, I guess you can stop and do that if you want to. I mean, but you've got a clear shot to work.
No, let's go to the job.
Okay then. So we're gonna so to see if you get the job, how well you get it, and maybe what kind of pay you get. Let's go ahead and we'll sum it up to some roles. So, your character. Let me take a look at your merits here. You've got status in computer tech, so you know what you're talking about here. That gives you a bonus. And let's say to persuade them that you're the right guy for the job. How about manipulation plus? Well, intimidation is not going to apply here. That's not the way to get this job. Right,
Give me the job, damn it!
No, that's not the way to do things here. So you get 3, you get 4. So you have a base roll of 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, you did good, actually. You got a success, which is all you needed. So, all right. Yeah, you get the job, and they start. They're gonna start you probably like the next day. But hey, you've got work now, and as a consequence of that, I'm gonna go ahead on your character sheet, and I'm gonna go and give you 1 dot of resources. So you have basically you have like a weekly income now.
Okay.
All right. See now, like if you hadn't quit your job in that last one, you could have even gone for a raise from that last job. I was hoping you'd have more resources by now, but it's all good. Okay, so all right, you got a job, and again, it's just an uneventful job. It's just, hey, you're employed now, and you did pretty good. That was a good job interview for. You managed to get through the job interview pretty well, considering that you're still dealing with the after. You're still just maybe a little bit extra awake from that cocaine, but nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to notice. So okay, now you're again. It's let's say took you about maybe an hour to get there, and an hour to go through the interview. So it's about 3 o'clock now. So you're free again. It's your time. You're free to do whatever you want.
Let's get drunk.
All right. Well, you've got your $50 still. So all right, you make your way over to the bar. Let me again. Do you want to take the bus? You want to walk? How you want to get there?
I want to walk.
Okay. Going for the dangerous route every time. Let me do a roll here. Okay, what do we got? Okay, well, this will be something. All right, let's see. We'll do that. 7. Okay. And a 9. All right. So, as you're walking to the bar, and I guess, man, afternoon drinking, huh? So, yeah, like as you're walking to the bar, again, it's fairly uneventful. However, you do kind of like as you're walking down the sidewalk, you see a group of urban youths just kind of dancing around a beatbox. Like they're beatboxing and they've got a boombox out, and they're like doing their break dancing and all that. It's fun times, fun times. You want to interact, or you just want to keep on walking?
I'm just gonna keep on walking.
Okay. So yeah, you just pass them by, and they're just having fun. They don't even pay any attention to you. All right. So you make it safely to the bar, and you've got the money to buy as much drinks as you want. So all right. So I guess you're just gonna start drinking then, or no socializing in the bar. Just gonna drink.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drink and try to end the day.
All right. Well, let's see. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and since you've been taking so many substances, how about give me a composure plus resolve to see if you can resist drinking too much. Okay, okay. You're lucking out on these rolls, so yeah, you have your drinks and you manage to show some self control. You don't get completely hammered. You're still well in control of yourself after a few hours of drinking. And, all right, we'll say it's about, let's say, okay, let's say that your time drinking and just kind of interacting there, we'll advance time to around 6 o'clock. So it's evening now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's say you've probably at this point, let me just take some money out to accommodate for all the drinking and possible. Here's a good one actually. Go ahead and so while you're drinking, do you want to say have a wager with someone in the bar, like maybe do some betting, some gambling, maybe some poker, anything like that?
Sure, why not?
Okay, well, so like real quick, let me just take off to account for the drinks. We'll lower you down to around $35. And okay, so let's see how good you are at some gambling. So okay, go ahead and for this one, give me a wits plus. Let's see. How about this is urban survival right here? So how about wits plus survival? So 3.
Oh,
Okay, fail. Well, let's see. Let me think if there's any. Like I'm trying to think of a good applicable role. I think wits plus. Well, you don't have any sort of. That's the thing. You don't have any streetwise or anything like that. So you don't know any bookies or anything. So okay, we'll go with that. yeah, you don't do so well. You don't do so well that night. Um, yeah, you find yourself down to how about let's see, how hard did you lose? You didn't get any ones, so okay, you still have $5. Okay, like by the end of the night, you've still got $5, and we'll advance time another 2 hours. It's about 8 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, so you didn't do so well with your gambling and everything, but hey, at least you didn't get hammered. So what do you want to do now? It's about 8 o'clock.
Trying to steal my money back.
Try to steal it back. Oh, so you want to just like you want to try to just I guess pickpocket them or
Yes, it's the
oh
greed. I have to give in to the greed.
well yeah. You haven't used any willpower this time around, so you don't even need the willpower from it. But okay, let's see. So all right, go with larceny and dexterity, which again you don't have any larceny, so it's just two. Two is all you got to roll with.
Come on.
Oh,
Oh,
all
so
right.
close.
So okay, you yeah, you try to kind of when one of the guys you lost to, when they're not looking, you try to get around and like sneak your money out of their pocket, out of the back of their pants pocket, and that doesn't go so well for you. They very quickly notice you,
God damn it.
and yeah, they turn around. And they this guy. So okay, the guy you lost your money to, it's a big guy. He's very round, got a thick beard and mustache and a mullet. Uh, might be a biker, you don't know, but you can't really tell. And he's kind of looking at you, and he might just be a little bit angry. So let me go ahead and let me get. So you've initiated an encounter here. So let me go ahead and get his stats up.
Is there a chance to talk me out of it?
Possibly. That's what I'm gonna roll here to see now. Let's see, composure and okay. So for him, I'm gonna go ahead and roll his composure and resolve to see if he can maintain his temper long enough to even talk. Okay. So yeah, he kind of he's looking at you and he's very angry, very angry. But he says, well, what are you trying to do there, boy? What are you doing?
I dropped something.
So okay, you want to try to you want to try to fast talk your way out of this? Is that how you want to do it, or we're gonna have a
Yes.
brawl?
No, I want to talk about it.
Okay. Uh, so yeah, let's do manipulation plus. You can either try persuade. Well, you can have your 3, or you can try to intimidate with 4.
I dropped something. Dickhead. Nah, let's go with persuasion.
Okay, it's less likely to make him angry. So just 3.
But with willpower.
Oh, okay. So let me just mark off your willpower there. And so with that, you get a roll of 6.
Can't lose now.
All right, you did good. So yeah, the guy looks at you. He's kind of looking you up and down, and he figures you're just you're just some you look like some nerd, and he thinks it's not even worth his time. So he just tells you to get out, and he just sits back down. So you've
Okay.
diffused the situation.
Okay, time to go home.
All right, man. That could have become like just a bar brawl right there. That would have been fun. You probably would have gotten your ass beat though. Okay, so again, it's let's see, let me check my notes here. At this point, let me get my notes. Okay, it's about 9 o'clock. Now it's again late at night again. You wanna walk or well, at this point you do have the money to take the bus, but do you want to walk or take the bus?
I'm gonna walk.
Every time. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and roll. Okay. All right. Well, this one will be an interesting situation. Let me roll again. All right. And okay. Like I've got a real fun. It's like a semi-random encounter generator. I love using it. Okay. So as you're walking home, you hear a woman shout for help in the distance. Maybe in an alleyway. Um, do you want to respond to that, or what do you want to do here?
Yeah, let's go and help.
Okay then. Okay. Let's see. So let me set this up. Give me a second here. Time to bust out the combat tracker again. And I guess if you, oh yeah, doing this, this would apply to your character's compassion. So if
I
you pull this
know.
off, yeah, this would be a complete and total willpower refresh if you pulled it off.
I could also steal from someone and get my greed, and I would get the willpower back too.
Well, but compassion, do the right thing. Okay, let me get the combat tracker all set up. We got a bit of a thing here to do. Okay. All right, let me put your character here on the tracker. There we go. And that one. Okay. We're good. So, you make your way on into the alleyway, where you think you hear the sound coming from, and in the alley there is there's a woman kind of pinned up against the side of a wall, and there's a young street tough. He looks very shady, and he's got a knife out. You don't know what he's planning, but he probably nothing good with her. So they have not noticed you yet. So what do you want to do here?
How many people?
There's only one. There's one woman against the wall. She's the victim, and there's the one thug.
Okay. Let's try to talk the thug out of it.
You do not have the social skills for this, but let's go ahead. Okay.
Oh, a sneak attack would be good.
Well, yeah, they don't notice you. Well, think about what you want to do here. Like, and what your character can, what kind of dots you've got in your skills, how you want to approach it.
I want to hack him. Now let's try the sneak attack.
All right. Well, okay. Let's. Well, first off, hold on. Let's see. So your character. Now you left all the guns back into place. So the only thing that you have like on your person is the lighter. I guess you still have the lighter on you, but you don't have like any. Yeah, you don't have any like weapons on you right now. So you're gonna. Well, I mean, I guess you could use the lighter, but you want to go at him with your fists, or how do you want to approach this?
Let's try to look around and try to find something. Yes,
Okay.
hit him with the trash can lid.
All right. Well, let's see. Okay, to find an item just kind of laying around, and remember they don't see you yet, so you've got time. Although that woman that's being attacked, she might not have time. But okay, give me a wits plus composure.
Yes, 4 coming up. Huh.
Okay, all right. So you look around the alleyway, and there's some junk kind of littered around, but you do see like there's like a pipe. There's a metal pipe kind of laying around under some trash. That might be a suitable weapon. That's about it really.
I got Silent Hill backflash. But yes, let's take the pipe.
Okay. So I'll just go ahead and let me put that on your inventory. So it's just just your average lead pipe, and I'll say it's got a damage as a usual weapon, blunt weapon. It's got one blunt damage. So it'll add that, like whenever you do a roll, it'll add that onto it.
Okay.
All right, so you got the weapon. They still don't note it now. As you've been doing that, now this thug, he's like getting real close up to this screaming woman, and she might get stabbed. You don't know. It's looking bad over there. So what do you want to do?
I want to intimidate the thug.
Okay, so you're gonna walk up with your lead pipe and okay. Let's see how this goes down. So, okay. Go ahead and it's going to be a manipulation intimidation, so 4 for you. Not so great. So, here's what happens.
Leave her alone, you meanie.
Yeah, you walk up trying to look intimidating, kind of flailing the pipe around in the air in front of you, and telling him to get back. But he just this guy kind of turns around and looks at you, and he's like, "Oh, what you want some too, huh?" And he's rather intimidating as well. So okay. It's at this point. Do you want to try to talk some more, or are you just gonna start the fighting?
I'm gonna try the same thing again. Intimidate more.
Okay, well, you got one chance here, so go for it. Same roll. Oh, well, that was better. Okay. So, yeah, you know, you're flailing that pipe around. You really mean it. Like you might just be crazy.
You what, mate? I think you.
Well, you know, you're drunk and high on cocaine, so you can do anything. So yeah, like this time around, he takes you a little bit more seriously, but he's still like, look, he still thinks he can take you. He is intimidated though, so I'll give him like a penalty on everything.
Yes.
But yeah, so he's gonna take a -1 penalty on all of his actions for this scene. But no, he still thinks he can kick your ass. So it's time to fight. Okay. So let me go ahead and get everything set up here. So
300 confirmed install.
All right, so let's see. Okay, so we'll do the roll for initiative, and again, you have an initiative mod of 4, so you just roll 1 dice, and I'll roll 1 dice.
Oh.
Okay, well, you actually, it's 3 and 3. Well, that doesn't, yeah, 3 and 3, so you both rolled low. So your initiative is 4, Thug's initiative is 5. So, yeah, the thug gets to go first. So, okay. Yeah, the fight begins. The thug, he's got a knife. He has like a pocket knife on him. And so let me just check his stats real quick. Okay. So yeah, the thug, he's looking you up, and he goes for it. He's just he starts lunging at you with his knife. He's not overly skilled or anything, but he's intending to cut you. So okay, let me do the roll for him. Let's see, 5. Okay. Wow. Okay.
I get now.
Okay, so the thug, he's kind of like for this one, you don't even have to roll your defense, because the thug, he kind of comes at you slashing, and he's very he might be a little high as well, and he kind of like flails around, and he stumbles and he trips. He just kind of trips over himself, and he's prone. He's like laying prone right now because he's tripped on his face. So now it's your turn, and what do you decide to do?
Bash his skull in.
All right, hold on. Let me check. So your lead pipe, it deals 1 point of bashing in addition to your strength, 2, and you have no weaponry skill. So you have a roll of 2. It's a very low roll, but that's what you got. Surprising. And all right, you're going for his head too, right?
Yes.
Or all right, well, you're going for the head, and since he's prone, he's got a penalty. So, yeah. All right, you managed to just bam, you knock him right over the side of his head. Now it's you're not all that strong, so it's not that forceful of a blow, but you there's blood. There's blood on that pipe, and he just kind of groans and just he passes out just right there. You got him pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's not dead or anything, but and he's only taken 1 point of damage, but yeah, targeted to the head, and he's unconscious. For now.
If he's unconscious, then I have 1.
Well, he's unconscious for now. He's not going to be unconscious in a few minutes.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I'm gonna swing again.
Well, I mean, like, you could just run, but okay.
You made me do it.
Okay, then. Well, he has no ability to resist you, so it's just a matter of how much damage you're gonna deal, and how accurate your swing is just to hit him. So, another 2. Wait, actually. 2 plus 1, so re-roll that. You can get that success, but roll 1 more dice.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get your.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, well, that's another 2 points of bashing damage. Another 2 points of bashing. There's a lot of blood on your pipe right now. You've given him a concussion. You're pretty sure. He's really groaning, and he's just he's not even making a sound now. He's out cold, so he's gonna be out for probably a few hours.
I guess I won.
Okay, then. I guess let's maybe committed murder. You don't know. You're just kind of standing there with a bloody lead pipe, and there's this woman who's up against the wall. She's just still screaming, and she doesn't know what you're gonna do, and she's gonna start to run. So the woman's just gonna start running.
Let's rape her.
God damn it.
No, I'm not gonna rape her. I'm gonna try to talk to her.
Okay, well, let's see if you can catch her before she runs away. Go ahead and manipulation plus it's again either intimidation or persuasion, however you want to do it.
I helped you, bitch. No, I'm gonna use persuasion.
Okay, all right, so just a 3.
Oh.
Okay, well, no, you're trying to talk to her and say, no, listen, ma'am, it's okay. I saved you, but by the time you're talking, she's already screaming and she's out of the alley. She's yelling for help, running down the street, just running down the middle of the street. So yeah, she's gone. She's gotten away from you.
You're welcome. Bitch. Guess I got my willpower back.
Well, I guess that counts as compassion. Although you kind of went overkill on that thug. But I guess you did save her. So there we go.
Time to end the day.
All right, so you just
go back home.
You don't want to rob him or anything? You're already.
Oh, good idea. Good idea. Let's check for some money or jewelry.
Okay.
Jewels.
Well, let's go ahead and do a wits and composure to see if you find anything. All right. Well, you lean down and you kind of feel around. You check his pants pockets and everything. He doesn't have a wallet or anything like that on him, but he does have a gold chain around his neck. Yeah, that's what he's got. The only thing of value that you can see is his gold chain.
Not anymore.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and add that to your character sheet. So you've got one gold chain, and
What a successful day.
okay then. And I guess you're gonna. Okay, now it comes to the pipe. Because you have committed a crime. I mean, like, police are probably gonna want to talk to you about this at the least. So what do you want to do with the lead pipe?
Oh, this is gonna be tricky.
Yeah, because there's kind of your fingerprints and blood are all over it.
Yeah. Guess I'm gonna take the pipe with me.
Okay, then. Well, I guess you're just gonna. Well, okay. Now here's another thing. It is late at night, but you still have a ways to go back home. So this lead pipe, you're gonna have to conceal it in your clothing if you don't want people to see it.
Of course.
So okay. Let's. Yeah, I guess it's. Let me think. Lead pipe. That's size 2. So yeah, you can do that. You can, without a roll, you can go ahead and like just stuff it like either under your shirt or in your pants leg. You can, carry it like that. So you're also gonna get blood all over your clothes because there's blood on that thing. So your clothes on the inside are gonna be a little bloody, but that's okay, I guess. So yeah, you go back home. Nothing else of note happens while you go back. Although, give me a wits and composure roll, and let's see if you notice anything.
Yes, I noticed everything.
So, yeah, like as you're walking back, you're thinking, wow, there seems to be more violent crime in town than there used to be. This is definitely a pattern. Something is wrong here. The neighborhood is bad, but it wasn't that bad. People seem to be a lot more, I don't know, greedy lately. Maybe that's the word for it. But that's what that's what you notice out of all of that. And
maybe I'm an idol for them. I mean, I have status.
Well, your status is in computers, though. Man. Okay, well, you managed to get back home. And so you have some bloody clothing, and the lead pipe. So what are you gonna do? It's late at night, so what are you gonna do with yourself and all this stuff, all this evidence?
I'm gonna wash the clothes and I'm gonna wash the steel, the lead pipe.
Okay, okay then. Well, the lead pipe. Well, it's a filthy pipe, so you're gonna get everything messy, but you can get it clean, I guess. So yeah, and well, let's see how good you are at concealing evidence here. So let's see what you're gonna roll for that. How about wits plus let's see what would apply the best to this. Crafts. Wits plus crafts. So 4.
Oh,
well, goddamn. Yeah, you're doing good. Yeah, you managed to not only get everything clean, but you also managed to you wipe down the pipe, like you wipe it for fingerprints. You make sure there's none of that left over. So everything has been cleaned. All evidence of tonight's deed has been covered up, presumably. So what do you want to do now? It's like around 11 o'clock. So what do you want to do with yourself?
Gonna go to sleep.
Right, well. Also to note, remember you do have that radio and TV. I mean, you maybe see like what's going on in the world, or you just want to go to sleep.
I'm high on cocaine, drunk, and I murdered someone. I don't care what's on the TV.
Okay, then. Uh, all right. Well, yeah, you just pass out. You just pass right the fuck out. And let's see. It is. Let's do a no, let's do a resolve composure to see how well you sleep all that alcohol and drugs off. So it's 5.
Like a
Okay.
baby.
Well, yeah, you sleep pretty damn well, actually. And the night goes by pretty uneventfully, although maybe you do have a little bit of, just a little bit of nightmares about maybe an empty room, but that's about it. Maybe just a little something from that last experience, a few days back, but probably nothing to be concerned about. So, okay. And here's what I'm gonna say is that for now, I think that's good for today. Actually, for your session today. I
Okay.
wanted to get I mostly wanted to get your downtime done, and so I can just jump you right into this story the next time. Wow, a lot. I did not expect for you to, beat a man near to death with a pipe and almost get in a fight, and I didn't expect all of that. But that's going to add to the things that you might have to answer for the next time. But yeah, so how'd you like your session of downtime, your kind of free reign, your open world session there?
I don't know. Got drunk, high on drugs.
Well, you've got you've got all the cocaine you could want for now. Um, yeah, so okay, like to debrief from all of that. The thing is, like, okay, next time, in addition to all the things you're gonna have to answer for, possibly, there's also like, okay, you notice people seem to be more like violent and kind of people seem to be doing a lot of the possible raping and drug dealing and shady stuff. That's all a consequence of when you destroyed the empty room. You let a demon out that is because it was, you did all that with your greed. It's a greed demon, and so people in town are going to be getting more they're going to be getting more greedy. They're going to be influenced by that, and they're going to start getting violent as well, and you're going to have to start dealing with that eventually. It's going to start appearing more and more, so just as you as a player know what's up, and that's kind of the direction we'll be taking it.
Yeah, you already told me that.
Yeah, but it's just kind of like while you're like try to maybe take a note of like things that happen, and maybe your character, like, you could have actually followed up some things and maybe investigated deeper to start uncovering, like, because your character has to know these things too. So like maybe try to get your character more proactive in the investigation,
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise you'll just kind of be stumbling around drunk and confused all the time, which is amusing, but it doesn't solve the demon problem that you've unleashed on this little town.
But it solves my problems.
uh, all right, so that's yeah, that's and man, look, the chat's, they're glad I encouraged you to find a club. That would have been interesting though if that you tried to fight him with a lighter. I'm not even sure how that would have gone down. That would have been some interesting rolls.
Lit a trash can and threw it.
Well, that would have been, that again. See, like, that's the thing. You got to think creatively like that. Never be above doing something really stupid. That's the best way to approach tabletop. Uh, but yeah, that's all for now. And to everyone who watched, I hope it was semi-amusing. I'd also still like to get more people into the game so that it's not just, Drumstick stumbling around in confusion. Maybe like if he had like some kind of sidekick to help him along.
Drumstick and a sidekick in foil.
But yeah, like a sidekick character, just somebody to kind of, when you don't think of the most absurd solution to the problem, someone else that might be able to kind of pitch in there and get things done. But we'll see. I would like to get more into it. So that's all for now. That's all for today's stream. I'm gonna call it because, man, so many notes. Head hurts. All right. So closing out the call. Gonna close this down, and then I'll close
Okay.
the stream. Yep. Thanks for showing.
Yep.
Oh. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna close all this down again. I hope that we can get some people in here again. I hope more people want to join in sometime. Okay. I'd love to get more people in here. And the next time we're gonna be actually starting onto a proper story, which might go. It might go the way that you think it will. It might not. We'll see. We'll see. But now I have to. Oh God! Now I have to plan for all the crimes that Drumsticks committed. Here's the DM debrief. Okay, we did the player debrief. So here's my debrief. I have to kind of think about how I want to handle. Drumstick nearly murdered a man in an alleyway with a witness, and he stole the cocaine, which again he wasn't thinking about it at the time, but he most definitely got some fingerprints or some form of evidence on those guys that died because of the cocaine. They shot each other over the cocaine. Now I have to, oh God, I have to figure out how I'm going to handle that in addition to the demon plot that's going on in the background. I have to figure out how I can work this so that he isn't just in fucking jail the whole time. Okay, well, yeah, that's Drumstick is definitely playing the chaotic. He's playing the chaotic evil at this point. He's gone beyond chaotic neutral, and all I can say is he's been getting very lucky on his morality rolls. He's had to make 2 or 3 morality checks so far, and surprisingly, he's managed to pass it every time. Usually I've had players with a higher morality. I've had them fail their checks. Goddamn, I don't know. He's getting lucky. He's getting lucky when he needs to get away with things, and then he's getting very unlucky when it comes to I guess figuring out the greater mystery, but yet very lucky with just stupid bullshit that gets his character in trouble. It's amazing. It's actually really amazing. Anyhow, yeah. Thanks for showing.